Hey folks, I'm Red and this is my Watcher of Realms channel. This is the free-to-play series and I'm on the main account, and I wanted to do a little bit of Guild Boss, and the reason is that I've been getting, Nightmare for 20k blood for a month or two, or maybe even longer, and yesterday with this new team that I'm running, which is here, Piercers and Nightmare, I got about 49k, 49,600 blood, so almost 50,000 blood, and was pretty excited about that. So what has really made this possible is I've had Hex on the team for a long time. I was running him with Zilla2 in an Infernal comp, but they weren't quite able to do the kind of damage that Silas and Hex can do. And then I paired them also with Abomination and Lust, who I got a couple weeks ago during the Lust event. And with these lords, so Aracha and Torodor. Torodor I pulled about a month ago, and Ares was during the anniversary event. And he's actually, I think, A2 for me now. So yeah, he's A2. And putting him in, the decreased defense really does a ton of work. And then I was running not Elowyn, but Hollow with Laurel. So my previous team did pretty well. I was able to hit about, 30k blood or so. But now with this team, I have 49k blood, and what's crazy about this is that some of these heroes are not fully leveled up. So Arrogance, for example, Lust, not fully leveled up, Torodor also not fully leveled. And so by keeping Elowyn in there to keep the healing going, and then by bringing Laurel back and forth, I'm able to get some really serious damage out of these heroes. So I think probably what I'll do, I think if I just skill people up, so for example, Lust is not fully skilled. I've been waiting for the upgrade event, which is the event that just dropped now, the Corridor of Glory event. So just so I get some extra points from that. But I think I'll probably just skill up Lust, level the others up, and try and do a run. So let me do that quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've given a couple levels to some of the heroes, but I figured I'd actually just give it a try without doing many other upgrades, just to see if, because I was so close, with the 49k, maybe I can do it without needing to upgrade anymore. So the gear is pretty solid. I'll show that at the end, and I'll just show you kind of the run that I'm doing. So I'll do a playtest here, and let's see if I can replicate what I did before. And the main strategy here is I'm gonna put in my Silas first, and then get Dolores going, and then Hex here, and then I'll go ahead and put in Laurel, and Laurel is going to allow for a boost. I'll then put in Ares, because she does a damage boost, and I'll put in here Aracha, and I'll put in Arrogance. And the thing about Aracha and Torodor is that they both have invigoration sets on. So I'll take them out here, and I'll put in Lust to get some more damage going. And then once I've popped these ultimates for Hex and Silas, I will take out Laurel, and I'll put in Elowyn. And I'm going to face her this way, so that when she does her big heal, she can also cover Ares. And then I will just make sure that I am turning on everyone's ultimate as soon as it's available. And I'll just set this on auto. So auto ultimates. And then I'm basically waiting for Laurel to come back on, to become available, and then I will put her in. So you can see everyone's just kind of on auto ultimates, just going. And then I'm gonna put in Laurel first to get the rage regeneration, and then I will put in Torodor to get a bit more damage. So here we go. And I'll just pull her out immediately, put in Torodor here to get some damage going. And you can see everyone's popping off. So the thing about using this strategy is that Laurel is only going to boost these 4 heroes here. So Hex, Silas, Elowyn, and Dolores. So that's not necessarily ideal. I'm also going to use this Wood Elf to heal Torodor up so he can get a few more ultimates out. And he is built in damage, even though he's in an invigoration set, he's built for damage. So that's part of the strategy here. But basically just going to let people kind of run on auto. And once we've got Laurel free again, I'm going to pull out Torodor, and then I'm going to let her boost rage, and then I'll put Aracha in for a bit more damage. So here, pull out Torodor, put in my Laurel, pull out Laurel to give the rage boost, and then put in Aracha. So here we go. We are just going. So what's nice about this is because it's on auto ultimates, I don't really have to worry about that. I just can focus on waiting for Laurel to come online. And you can see we've got 2 minutes to go. We are close to 30K. So this is looking like a pretty good run already. Oh, and I lost my Aracha there, but that's okay. I probably should have used the Wood Elf to keep her up a little bit longer. And maybe I'll use that now to keep my Ares alive. But let's put in Laurel here, and then take her out, then put in Torodor. So the cool thing about Ares is he brings a decreased defense, which helps everyone to hit harder. So you can see I'm just eating through this 3rd shield, which was always a little bit difficult to knock down. But yeah, it's quite an amazing difference going from basically clearing 30K blood to now doing 50 in the matter of a few days once I've leveled everyone up. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, so we're over 42K, and it looks like we will be able to hit our 50K target relatively easily. So that's very, very cool. We'll see. We might not quite get it, and then I'll just need to do some upskilling to make that happen. So let's see if we can get one more rage boost from our Laurel here. That will be awesome. And I think we might be able to. Let's see. So here we go. Let Silas go ham. And it's going to be close. It's going to be very close. So, not quite. So, 48K. So, not quite there. But pretty close. All right. So I'm not going to upload that, but I will now skill up Lust fully, and I do have skill crystals to be able to do that. So let's do that. Okay, so I've made some upgrades to my team to basically everyone who was in this nightmare squad. So everyone's been upgraded to level 60, and I've also fully skilled my lust. So as you can see, everything is good, and this now costs less and it has a longer duration. So that is pretty key, I think. And so yeah, I already did this, set up the battle, so I'm just gonna do an auto battle here, and let's see what kind of damage we're getting. There's a bit of RNG here, just because if Ares gets too many hits from lust slashes, then he will die at the end of the fight, and I want him to keep the decreased defense up for the whole fight. Especially at the end, because that's pretty crucial. So hopefully Elowyn can keep him alive a bit longer. But that's the only drawback here. If I could build Ares with a bit more HP, but keep the same kind of damage, then that would be ideal. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do that with my current gear. But so far he's staying alive, so that's good. And if we can hit around 26-28k blood around the 2-minute mark, then that means we're on track, as long as Ares stays alive. So this is pretty good so far. Let Elowyn get her heal up. Get Ares there. Good damage. Okay, we're up to 42k blood. This is pretty promising. So hopefully everyone can stay alive. 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. We got 50k blood. There we go. Nice. So that's the first time I've been able to hit 50k. On this account, using the Nightmare and the Piercer team. Very, very cool. Let's see what our damage is like. So Arrogance and Silas both doing 100k, and Lust is right up there at 86, competing with Hex. Yeah, Ares doing some good damage. He's in pretty good gear, but he's just not doing the same amount of damages as the Piercers and Arrogance and Lust. So we've got to work on that a little bit, and in order to make this more consistent run. So very cool. I'll just show you the gear and the stats on these heroes. There's my achievement, quite nice. So Aracha is not really built. She is in an invigoration set to boost other people. She does have 100% crit rate, but she's not built for damage at all. And similarly with Torodor, he is sort of built for damage. So he's got 87% crit rate, he's got a bunch of attack, but he is in an invigoration set. So basically stuck invigoration on him and then tried to give him some extra damage. His speed isn't great, but he's okay. So the Piercer's Hex is in pretty good gear. He's in this Ageless Wrath set, and he's got 100% crit rate. His attack is 14k, 14.8, and he's quite fast, so 378 attack speed. Could be better, and he's got some pretty good crit damage, so 343%, and a little bit of rage regen. And then my Silas here is also pretty well built. He's in the Infernal Roar, and he's got 11.8k attack, 343 speed, 100% crit rate, 370% crit damage. So also quite solid, I would say. My Arrogance is 100% crit rate. He's got 14.8k attack, so similar to Hex, He's got 490% or 490 speed, and of course crit capped and 314% crit damage. So there's still some room for improvement, I would say, with this build. 34% rage regen. Lust is also in the Ageless Wrath set, and she actually has a crit rate bangle, but she still manages to have 11.8k attack and decently fast 480 speed with 420% crit damage, so she's got a lot more crit damage. And so I could probably try and give her a bit more rage regen as well. That would be good for her. Ares is in the Soulbound Arcana, and he's probably got the best attack on the team. Yeah, he's got 19k attack. He's got pretty good speed, 463, crit capped, 315% crit damage. So I maybe could swap out one of the piercers with his damage build, and they might do more damage. He does have a pretty high base attack though, so that's the main reason that he's getting such good numbers here. Yeah, so these guys might struggle with the same gear to get that kind of those kind of numbers. Okay, so Elowyn is also Invigoration, and she's got some pretty good attack speed. She's mainly in there for the rage regen though. So on this skill here, she restores 3% rage every 3 seconds for all allies. So that's pretty much what makes this work. Laurel also in Invigoration, but not fully rolled up. She's basically in there for her skill here, which is that when on death, she provides surrounding allies with restoration of 50% of their rage cap. And then she also has this passive here where she gets a damage increase, gives a damage increase to the people around her. So actually, if I scaled this up, I'd probably do a little bit better, because I do use that at the beginning. So let's see. And then Dolores is standard kind of Dolores build with Invigoration with 12.8k attack, and that's what we need her for, and a little bit of rage regen. So in terms of artifacts, I don't have these fully skilled up. Keen Wisdom is the only one that's maxed. The other ones, if we look at Ares here, he's got a Wailing Skull that's only level 1 in terms of promotion, and Spirit Siphon on Hex is level 1. Spirit Siphon on Silas is level 2. I did get the exclusive artifacts for Lust and for Arrogance. Arrogance, I actually pulled it. I forged it, and then Lust, I got it through the event. Yeah, Torodor, I gave him a kind of more damage-oriented artifact, but of course he's not doing a ton of damage here. So there's still room for optimization. I will work on that, but I think it's quite cool to be able to one key, as they say, Nightmare 4, and now for the first time I'll be getting this chest on a regular basis. So that's very, very cool. I'm very excited about that. So yeah, so thanks very much for watching. I hope you appreciated the video, and gives you an idea of kind of what you need to be able to clear that Nightmare 4 guild boss. I will say, in terms of Pantheon, I'm level 244. My highest ranked one is kind of the HP. So in terms of stats, I get these, attack HP bonuses. So as this upgrades, it'll be a lot easier to complete that guild boss. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Do like and subscribe, and I'll see you later.